What's up, guys? Winter Kills here. Welcome back. That's right, welcome back after a few day hiatus of videos on this channel. It's only because finals. I've been literally studying, hopefully to some avail, till like 3 in the morning for the past like 5 days. So a little beat out, a little worn out, a little beat up, but we're back. I said on Twitter that videos are coming soon. Today, here they are. Hopefully I can get this video up to you guys today. So we have me playing True King Dino on the left, and my good friend Emmett playing Invoked Windwitch on the right with Ghost Ash. He did order a playset of Ghost Ash, but since we're obviously testing with the new cards, the backwards facing card you see there in the graveyard was Ghost Ash, so that was able to stop my Fossil Dig play, which would have made my first turn hand probably pretty busted depending on what I had. But since Ghost Ash is a fire monster, or Ash Blossom, whatever its name is, I can't particularly remember. I always remember cards by their OCG names because that's when I hear about them first, especially good cards like that. So he's able to go into Purg Trio. Not the greatest turn one, but I guess it's better than nothing at this point. So I open up a Lithosagem. Be able to destroy 2 Earths, I think. I think I have the Baby Sarasaurus in hand and the Petty Ranodon, but he has Solemn Warning, and it does not destroy for cost from what I was able to read there. So I'm going to have to pass again. The stopping power that Invoked deck has is actually pretty real at some points. There's Alistair. Going to grab the Invocation conveniently on the bottom of his deck. There's one thing that frustrates me, it's playing against Invoked. Because it's just normal Alistair, fusion. Normal Alistair, fusion. Normal Alistair. At some point it's very easy to stop, but once it gets going, you're kind of like, alright, well, let me guess, you're going to summon Alistair again next turn. And then I open up, I draw like one of Sawani that I'm playing. I think I'm no longer currently playing it, but I'm still playing the Dang Long play because it's just too good not to, because like, oftentimes when you open up Oviraptor, it's just a one card Danglong, so that can get you the search of a counter trap like nine tails or 9 pillars. But yeah, there's the Scythe, not the instant fusion, but just the summon of Norden preventing me from going any further, wasting the Norden completely. I suppose that's a much smarter play because at that point gets the Norden out of the extra deck. That way a future instant fusion that I might draw will be completely dead. So now he's got a light target. If he wants to go into Mechaba, he's got Scythe. Not sure what he has in Grave right now. It looks like Alistair and maybe one other monster. I'm not entirely sure. But he's going to go for of course, the Mechaba. That'll get him this solid W right there. In game 1, we're going to go to game 2, where I started things off with, of course, the normal summon of Oviraptor. If you don't know anything about dinos, let me tell you, Oviraptor, Soul Divining Oviraptor Super Rare came out of the structure deck. Your main normal summon for the deck. And I've got some other news for you guys. So YCS Pittsburgh is coming up. It is currently Tuesday, and I will be leaving on that Friday, which will be the 12th. And at this point, it's looking like I'm going to be playing True King Zodiac Dino. Not True Draco, True King Zodiac Dino. I might just play Dino. I might just play Zoo Dino and no True King, but the True King engine helps out a lot in there. I don't know. I was able to at least test at a tournament with the deck. We had like a 14-person locals, and I think I ended up getting 3rd. My only loss was to my brother, and the other one to a pure zoo variant, like a 60-card Predaplant zoo variant, which I have some videos for you guys later of me playing him in like one of the semifinal rounds. So you guys have that to look forward to. But I want to get these a little bit of older videos out of the way. And I think at this point, this is before I had VFD to go into. Of course, I probably wouldn't have went into VFD at this point, since I actually own a VFD. But the Zolkin Crystal Wing play is just as good. Go right into the Crystal Wing. I'm not sure what's better. Like, I feel like the VFD play is so much better, but Then you have the argument like, well, one's really susceptible to kaijus, but that argument kind of falls short, like, just because like everything is susceptible to kaijus. Crystal Wing is susceptible to kaiju, and VFD is susceptible to kaijus. Like, Crystal Wing can only do so much. VFD literally forces your opponent to stop their entire turn, which is what I love about it. Because I've been thinking about selling my Crystal Wing. I'm still not sure because I'm very strung for cash lately. As, you know, Pittsburgh's coming up. I'm going to need money for that road trip. Gas money, food, hotel, you name it. I need cash in general, and I've just got a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. Sold, I think, like, over 4,000 commons, almost 5,000 commons in bulk. Maybe not that much, but a lot of bulk to a friend of mine. Moved all that. I'm trying to sell my entire binder. It's not too great. I'm going to see if somebody near me is going to want to buy it as just like a collections for other stuff that they can move. I'm not really too concerned what they want to do with it. And I'm probably going to be selling my Infernoid deck for anywhere from 180 to 200. I've got somebody who's interested in buying it right now, so might not see any Infernoids from me on this channel after that point. And it's sad to see a deck go at some point, but if you need money, you need money. And there's no argument around that. And I did end up having to get rid of my Alti Dragoons and Marksmans and Teuses. I know. I still have supers and I still have commons, but I was able to pick up D barriers and literally every Zodiac card I need for the YCS. I was able to get Dridents, Broad Bulls, Leikas, Tiger Mortars, Whiptails, literally everything. Luckily, I've got Thoroughblades, or not Thoroughblades, Barrages that I'm going to be borrowing from my friend. Hopefully I can actually pick up the playset off of him. I don't know. Barrages went down, luckily, and I need a D barriers. I know D barrier isn't the best against pure True Draco, but there's a lot of pure, not pure, but a lot of Zodiac Draco going around that makes the True Draco engine a little more potent because Leica can give you that extra summon. And here, I will point out, I think I did make a misplay. Instead of sending, what I should have done, I think I should have just, like, added the, you know, baby Sarasaurus and then, like, popped it instead of sending to the graveyard and doing all this. I think I kind of screwed up my play there, where I think I used a little too many resources to get the job done, but in the end, I still get the Logia on board, which is ultimately the goal. I could have probably ended with maybe one more monster. I don't know. And I'm able to get the Zulkin effect off twice to go into Moonlight Rose Dragon. Just, why not? And I pass because I can't do an extra 200 damage. But basically, with the ability to bounce back anything, the ability to negate anything, and the ability to negate anything also, I think it puts a lot of pressure on, since he only has 200 life points as well. So if he wanted to be aggressive, it would ultimately get him killed in the end, because that Crystal Wing is an issue, and with no kaiju for him to get around it, it's probably going to be game over, I'm assuming. And spoiler alert, it is. It does end right here, because this board is too strong. Not going to do him too much there. We're going to go into game 3, where I think he opts to go first. Really do like going first with Dino, but he obviously gets the opportunity to choose to go first, and it's obviously going to be a little bit better to go first. Set up his board. Playing with Photon Thrasher to give himself the searchable light target to be able to have access to Mechaba a lot earlier on. I'm a fan of the play. I do think it's a nice tech in the deck as well. Like I said, extra light target that aren't your artifacts. They're not as dead as artifacts. Yes, you need to control no monsters to special summon it. But as you can see, in a situation like this, very, very helpful. He does have Alistair. I'm not sure why he wouldn't go for Alistair. Because I think he ends up just normal summoning the Glass Bell or whatever it's called, one of the names, to get Ice Bell. I always know the level 3's Ice Bell, because that one always spells disaster. So I guess it's kind of important. It's like, do I go for the fusion and just leave myself with a Mechaba, or we could go into Tornado Dragon here? Interesting choice. Maybe not the greatest rank 4 turn 1 against Dino, but I guess it wouldn't be too bad, assuming that there are some spells and traps that could hurt him, but I've got the Twin Twister anyways to hit a set Twin Twister and his field spell. And I'm able to go into Oviraptor to start the play here, but the thing is now, if I do clear his board, I'm leaving him set up for that Crystal Wing play, which is going to be kind of painful if I don't have a Kaiju to out it. Not sure if I have one in hand at the moment, but I know I'm playing Kaijus in this build. And also, just on a side note, because I've just been thinking about it for the past few minutes, that, you know, I talked about how I got rid of my Ulti Dragoons and Marksmans and 2 Ulti Teuses, rarity swap for Ultras. Now I have 1 Ulti Teus and 2 Ultras, I know. I'll probably try to get a 3rd Ultra and just move the Ulti. Not sure quite how I'm going to do that, but we'll see. The thing is, like, I gotta stop caring so much about rarity, even though the high rarity Mermails were like one of my favorite. I still have the deck, obviously. I still got Mermail. Just was able to sort of finally get the value out of those high rarity cards that I've been holding on to for literally so long. So yeah, it is nice to finally have to be able to reap the rewards of that. So able to go into Ultimate Conductor Tyranno after searching the 9 pillars. So at this point, I can destroy something in my hand to book his entire field. So that at that point, I can use his effect to burn 1,000 and then send his monster to the graveyard. You're probably all gonna call me out on this, but for not knowing exactly how to use Conductor Tyranno's effect. So, and I'd probably have to look at it again because I haven't looked at his text in a while. And there's the 9 pillars for the Ice Bell, shuffling it back into the deck. But he does end up Ghost Ashing the effect to summon from deck, interestingly enough. But I'm pretty sure, like, you can keep attack, like, he can attack all monsters and then he can attack again directly. I'm not sure. I don't want to say anything for sure, but there's the Solemn Strike for the Alistair, putting his Alistair in the graveyard where he doesn't want it. One thing about the Invoked deck, if you can get both their invocations in the graveyard, they're going to have a very hard time. Conductor Tyranno on the board, swinging for 35, setting 1 back row. I've burned the Strike, I've burned the 9 pillars, and he rips a Terraforming to go for Meltdown. I've got the Twin Twister for it. I was saving the baby Ceratosaurus in hand. And he normal summons the goddamn Alistair. So literally, like, I don't think there's anything I could have done play-wise to stop him from doing that, because he literally had 2 ways to get to Alistair at that point. I think I only have 1 way to stop him, because if I do not Twin Twister the field spell, he gets to search Alistair, summon Alistair. Regardless if I try to Book of Moon it, I don't have any really disruptive monsters to summon off the baby Ceratosaurus anyways, which is kind of unfortunate. There's no monster that you can, like, boom summon during your opponent's turn to, like, pop something they control. Even at that point, you can still use the Alistair engrave for fusion fodder. I've got all Earths, I think, engraved, maybe a Fire or a Dark, I'm not entirely sure. He's debating on what he wants to go into. I've got a 3,500 beat stick, but you got to keep in mind he's going to be able to use Alistair anyways to get over it, by adding 1,000 attack points to the Mega Lancia, putting it to 4,000, beating over for 500. So a solid play. I'm just checking to make sure there's no other little hidden facts I'm missing about Tyranno Ultimate Conductor, because he does have like a fucking essay for an effect. And here I drew into a Earth True King. So I'm like, okay, I can take 1 more attack, and then I pass. And then I draw into a Fire True King. And next turn I was drawn to the baby Ceratosaurus, which would have been like the most busted top deck if I would have just had a little more life points. I don't know. I think I definitely made a couple of misplays during that second game and during the third game as well. It also just came down to losing card advantage, but yeah. True King Dino, Dino Zodiac, Zoo King Dino is kind of moving towards to be my main deck. at the moment. I've still got Mermails. I might try out Mermail Zodiac tonight. I'm going to my locals after this just to test for the rest of the night with a couple of guys who are going to Pittsburgh with us. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll record some matches while I'm there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being patient with me over the past couple of days. Finally getting a video up to you guys. I might try and record some deck profiles as well, even though I'm like so terrible at recording profiles that aren't my own. You guys have probably realized that, but it is what it is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, Winner Kills signing out. We'll see you in the next one.